It's fucked up.
We were talking yesterday because he was talking about getting light up Skechers for foot pursuits. I told him he should get ones that light up red and blue.
Yeah, that would be sick.
It would be sick.
Like, get a siren app on your phone and you're just like,
I'll just make the noises as I'm chasing.
So what if you just walk out and walk back in?
Anyway, what was that thing you just read?
Oh, we on.
Yeah.
Man pays prostitute with bad checks, and now they both face charges, Nebraska cops say.
Okay, so my first thought with that, because I was thinking of this the other day, is, you know the little, like, USB things that people plug into their phone? What about in the future when people have those, like, implanted in them? So the prostitute just, like, plugs it in, and she's like, here, swipe your card. Swipe your card.
What happens if they miss and then they cut her wrist open?
Or even gooder, they get a...
Gooder.
They get a QR code tattooed on them, right?
Scan it.
Like for Cash App?
Yeah, and you just scan it. You could do that now.
Oh.
Or like an Apple Pay thing. So you just put your phone up to it and you're like, beep.
What did you do?
He shitted his pants.
shitted.
Wow. Poor Heather.
Yeah, she deals with the daily. People at work always ask about you. They're like, how does she like deal with it?
Oh, I saw this one. And not so much that it's like funny, but this guy said, what do I do to survive my 3-day jail sentence?
What?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's a female. Never been in trouble, no tickets. Never been in trouble. Why are you going to jail then?
This is her first time in trouble, is what she's saying.
Oh. 25 female, autistic, wuss. Don't like being cold, and I take a less common medicine called Paxil. My plan is to be quiet and be kind when spoken to. Try not to say much.
Little does she know she's going to be an RHU,
basically. That's like all you can do. If you only have a 3-day jail sentence, just try to sleep
detox.
through it.
Yeah.
don't
I thought
interact.
they wouldn't let you sleep all
You
day.
get a 72-hour like commitment. You have to be held in a cell like alone for 72 hours so that people that come in like high as shit can
Withdraw.
detox, and withdraw.
That's when you see heroin poops.
Ew.
They're huge.
They're massive.
Or they're never happen.
Because heroin constipates the fuck out of you. So they like finally let it all loose, and it's just these giant turds. Like,
Do you remember when had someone?
yeah, when he had,
I think we were all thinking about
I
it.
forgot about, so this dude drops like 2 big heroin loaves in this toilet.
this.
Like, yeah,
Yes, literally like a forearm.
big. And the one officer went in and he was like, I need a plunger. So he's like, that's not going down with a plunger. So he gave him rubber gloves and was like, I don't know, just like reach in there and break it up.
He gave him the option to break it up or to throw it in the toilet, and he chose to get said loaf and throw it in the garbage.
I forgot about that. That
Oh,
was
no.
gross. Yeah. Well, most of the time they just like don't say anything, and then they move out of their cell, and you go in, and there's just shit. And you're like, oh.
That's what happened.
That's the night cleaner.
I think we moved someone new into that cell, and they were like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what happened. He didn't say anything, and then so he went and got him out of his new block and was like, deal with that.
I had no idea that was even a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because they don't poop or anything.
Yeah, they're
for, like,
nasty.
A week.
This is like that
Sometimes
South Park
more.
episode where they try to poop the biggest turd.
Oh yeah, they hold it in their cell.
Oh. Yeah.
Or like when they eat the food through their butt and they poop out their mouths.
What the?
Oh,
You've never
that's
seen that
horrifying.
South Park
No,
episode?
that's,
Yeah.
that's too good.
Martha Stewart's like, I'm going to show you how to properly shove a turkey up your ass.
Yeah, 3-day jail sentence. Don't fucking just sleep. Ooh, to unpopular opinions. This one I saw, which I mean, I get it, but this says no filming should be the new no smoking.
Yes, I actually agree with that. 'Cause there's too many people that are used to, well, I guess flexing their First Amendment right. And honestly, it's just fucking annoying. Sometimes people just don't want to be recorded.
Well, it says some gyms are already starting to implement no filming policies.
You
But
have
like
to sign a waiver at my gym.
yeah, so like I kind of like the comparing it to no smoking because it's like if you want to film, go over there away from everybody else.
I agree. Yeah.
Because it is, or like, have you seen those videos of people that are like filming and then somebody like walks by them in the gym or something and they like go off on them?
Yeah.
For like no reason.
See, that's why I'm glad I go to a private barbell club where they're like, yeah, if you're going to be on camera, people lift like 500-pound bench presses and squat 800 pounds here. You're going to be on video.
Yeah.
Get over it or don't come here. I like that because at like a public gym, you probably shouldn't be recording anyway. I've seen videos of people in like the bathroom, like locker room recording, and then they're like making fun of some dude changing.
Oh.
Like that is illegal as fuck.
I've never seen those videos.
Oh, dude, it's
I'd
fucked
love
up.
to see. I'd love to see the old guys that are just hanging brain walking around in there.
Have you watched Joey Swole at all?
No, I've heard of him and I've seen his pictures and he looks like a douchebag.
He's amazing actually, but he has videos where you know how those girls will be like, "Oh, this guy was staring at me." He will actually call them out and be like, "He glanced at you because you're doing something fucking weird in the gym or something," and he'll like call them out. Honestly, he's a great guy.
You're doing something fucking weird.
Dude, it's funny as shit.
You don't judge people on their height or things they can't control. You judge people on their heart and the way they treat others. And by the looks of it, buddy, you're an asshole. You need to do better.
Okay, so
Mind your own business.
somebody who's 6'2" making fun of people is kind of funny because I would love to see like Edwards do the same exact video next to them. He's like 6'6". Why are you so short? Get him and Jeremy, 'cause, dude.
And Lochnick.
We went. Yeah, he's tall too.
He's tall as shit.
When we went to the Steeler game, I was walking like between him and Jeremy at one point. It's like like a child walking with their dads. Like
We need them to dress up in like business suits and just like escort us around. I think that'd be hilarious.
Jeremy looks.
He's too awkward.
He would have to shave his hair off. Then maybe.
Jeremy's hilarious. I love that he looks exactly how he sounds.
He does. He's one of the few people that you hear his voice and then you see him and you're like, oh yeah.
That's definitely the guy.
Like,
There are people that have a fear of urinals. But why?
I used to be afraid of the toilets that were self-flushing as a child.
me too.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. Mom was like, "It's okay, just go. It's
Or,
not going to
like,
eat you."
I'd be sitting there and I'd like prep myself so I could like get up and move
Yeah.
away really fast before it flushed.
Again, that's something that was touched on South Park because they accidentally flushed the toilet and it like sucked her guts down the drain. So now they have people like wearing seatbelts on the toilet. And they get like fined if they didn't have their seatbelt on.
That's traumatic.
I love South Park. But fucking yeah, I was scared of those, and I used to be scared that there was fish in the toilet that were gonna try and eat my butt.
I always thought of it as a snake. And it'd bite
I don't
your
know
nuts.
why I thought of fish. Like for some reason, I had this weird fear of catfish for a long time when I was little.
Why catfish?
I don't know, but I just imagine this giant catfish just being like.
Fuck.
There is like in Australia though, people do like randomly find snakes in their toilet. Mm-hmm. No thanks.
I do typically like lift up the toilet seat to see if a brown recluse is under there, because that is like a more
Oh
fear
yeah,
of mine.
you're scared of spiders.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I never check anywhere for spiders, but if I see one in passing, I'm like, oh,
I
spider.
hate those things.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't despise them, but I don't like them. Here's a good one. The spork is the superior eating utensil.
I have a combat sport.
I agree
You
with
haven't
that.
done Mexican food yet either.
That has nothing to do with the spork.
You were talking about pizza. But
We also, yeah, you're right. We haven't done Mexican food yet. It's just expansive.
Well, we did. We got Taco Bell, so
Oh
technically.
yeah, we did.
that's not Mexican.
They charged us like $1 a taco, and then gave us free tacos.
Yeah. You can only use one of them coupons per visit.
Yeah.
I was
Why?
pissed.
I would just give it to them, take my taco, walk out, have someone else walk in.
Walk
taco.
in. Yeah, because I did that. I'm like, I have 10 of these. The guy was like, you can use one. I was like,
Where does it say that on the card, sir?
It does. He showed me.
But that'd be one. Was it one?
It's
one
on the back and
per
like,
visit?
bullshit.
So what if you just walk out and walk back in?
I mean, yeah, you could probably.
It is a
do
fresh
that, but that's
visit.
like so much work because you're like checking out individually with a beef taco, just one beef taco,
And then go out to your car and eat it, and then come back in.
I would just
There
be
you
upfront
go.
with him. I would say, look, I'm going to come in here
I mean,
literally 10 times for fresh visits. You may as well just do it.
yeah, your choices are see me every 5 minutes for the next 3 hours, or just give them all to me right now. Yeah, man, that would be funny to just keep going in like that and ordering one thing at a time.
We should video something like that. That'd be hilarious.
Just like the smallest shit in the world, like going into McDonald's and being like, "Can I have a small fry?" And then just leaving and coming back, "Can I have another small fry?"
Like, what's this guy doing with all these small fries?
Yeah.
By the end of the day, we just spend $30.
I'm just
and have,
saying
like,
we could do that gallon slushy thing on our break.
Gallon slushy thing.
That's a good idea.
What gallon slushy?
Where you bring your own bucket, and you say, "Hey,
Oh,
I want a slushy."
I bet Sheetz would just let you do it. I bet they would let you do it. Because, like, 7-Eleven does that. They have one day a year where it's, like, bring your own cup, and people do that. They'll bring in, like, gigantic
Just a
fucking-
pickle barrel.
like, like 5-gallon buckets, and they're just sitting there, like, filling that thing. I bet Sheetz would probably just be like, I don't know, give us $3, I guess. Like,
That'll be $3.
yeah. What would you do with that much slushy? 4 straws.
Bathe in it.
What? Did you say bathe in it? Blue raspberry? That's the best.
Dunk your head in it so you go to work tomorrow blue.
Oh god,
Mm.
that would not be a good idea.
Mm.
Red and blue. I'd be ready for a foot pursuit.
Just like
You make
dip
it half and
of
half?
your face in red, and then like leave a stripe in the middle, and half of blue. That way you're red, white, and blue.
Jesus Christ, that's fucked up.
We were talking yesterday because he was talking about getting light up Skechers for foot pursuits. I told him he should get ones that light up red and blue.
Yeah, that would be sick.
It would be sick.
Like get a siren app on your phone, and you're just like, woo.
I'll just make the noises as I'm chasing it. Oh god.
Imagine that in like the middle of the night somewhere. That would be sick. The light up Skechers flashing red and blue. People wouldn't think it was real.
I wouldn't think it was real.
I wonder if they have those. We need to hit up Skechers,
They for sure have them somewhere.
but blue and red specific.
We probably got them. Just buy one that's light up blue and one that's light up red.
What are you doing?
Putting my foot
Get
down.
out of my
This is
area.
sweet. Get
out
out
of
of my
my
fucking AO. I used to tell people that at the jail all the time.
Yeah, me too. Until I started saying it, he'd say OA. Get out of my OA. And I'm like, what?
Operation
He goes, operation area. I'm like,
Oh fuck, we are so rusty right now.
we are rusty.
It's okay.
My
I have
naughty
fish
math
balls for us to
teacher.
eat.
Yeah, what?
Fish balls.
I don't like fish balls.
Too bad. We're gonna go for fish balls.
think
I don't like fish either.
Fish balls. No, I like fish. I don't like fish balls.
Yeah, how do you know?
Are they testicles?
I don't know.
Or is it like balls of fish?
Balls of fish, I think.
Okay, so that I can get behind, but I was wait, do fish have testicles?
I don't know.
Fishes' testes are paired elongated organs, attached to the dorsal wall of the body by a mesorchium. But in some species there is a single testis, as in Timoris gracilis 1, or a partially fused testis, as in the perch, Perca flavescens, and in the good eads such as Goodea atripinus.
So perches
So
have
yes.
one.
Yes, they do have testicles.
Man, that was a long-winded way to say yes.
They have a singular testy.
Wait, a singular testy. Oh. I think I'd rather have one ball. Because it halves the chance of injury by 50%.
No!
See it? Did you ever meet somebody that could actually like throw their farts?
I threw my fart into my buddy's mouth the other day and he vomited.
My dad can do that. He used to.
I was always so jealous of people. There was this kid in my shop at school that could do it. He would just like fart, and he's just like, God!
And then it hit you.
Yeah.
You're like,
No. Threw a fart into my buddy's mouth. He threw up.
he didn't throw up. He was talking. He goes, "Ah!" He runs to the fucking trash can, starts just like spitting. You know how like when you're about to vomit, and then he goes, "Bah!"
God, I bet you were so proud of yourself.
I cried laughing. It was great. It was at the gym, and he was pissed.
Oh man,
I don't blame him for being mad.
I don't know why I've never been able to like do it.
You just gotta cup correctly. In some cultures, do you know it's actually a compliment to fart? They will actually like cup their hands around their asshole to make it louder. I don't know how to do that.
Well, I think
Don't do that.
I don't think I can
Sit
reach
down.
isn't there some place where it's like burping is like letting them know that the food is good or something?
Yes. What?
You could go to Sakura.
Come here.
What? What?
Okay, you go.
Sakura on the break. I'm down.
And
what?
and bring back sushi to try so we can.
But they have not great sushi.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, their sushi's bad.
I love their sushi.
The only sushi they have that's good is the salmon on rice.
No,
I think that means that you like bad sushi.
That one
I
with
tried to
the cream
go to a
cheese.
sushi place yesterday. Sushi Fuku. I was trying so hard.
The sushi you guys made me try from freaking Koi was disgusting.
That was good shit.
That's good sushi.
That's disgusting.
I think you like bad sushi, Chief.
I'm fine with that.
That's probably like gas station sushi.
That was really good. It has like this mixed crab, cream cheese, and something else in it.
Weird. That sounds exactly like a California roll that you fucking hated.
They had disgusting seaweed.
Just replace.
I don't wanna
the
taste
cream
my
cheese
You don't
seaweed.
like
with
the seaweed.
avocado.
Why don't you just pull the seaweed off?
Yeah, you can get it.
Well, I can
or
tell you,
you
I
can
can
get
take
it-
the seaweed at
You can get it
Sakura.
made with rice paper too.
Yeah, you can literally just ask for it like that. Like that burrito that I was
Did you-
telling you about yesterday, it was rice paper.
Did you know?
You told
that-
me seaweed.
You could have it with seaweed or rice paper. You just ask.
didn't tell me that. Okay.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
Relationship.
God.
No.
Old men with their aggressive nudity in the locker room is incredibly rude.
Come here, buddy.
Yeah?
Aggressive nudity.
I mean, I think anybody being naked randomly is kind of rude. I always hate. So, like, when I was younger, my mom and, like, this other family, we would go to the pool twice a week, like the public indoor pool in Punxsutawney. And there was, like, a locker room that you, like, changed in because it was at the middle school. And there was always, like, the old dudes who showered afterwards, and they just come out, like, drying their hair, dick and balls flopping to the side around a bunch of 11-year-old boys that are, like... and then he's like continues drying. He's got a leg popped up on the bench. And he's like bending over, just like drying my calves, and his asshole's out. Yeah, I agree
Like
with that.
prolapsed out.
Like I agree that stop being naked. Naked is bad, unless it's somewhere where people agree that you're supposed to be naked. Like if you go to a nude beach and you see old man ass.
Room is like,
Okay, well, don't do it
acceptable.
around a bunch of little boys. Like,
Yeah, that is a little weird.
he just didn't like these. It was the same old dude all the time. He just like swam laps and then would go in and he just like.
off topic, but have you ever considered doing one of those skits where you put your head up all the way and then you put little googly eyes there and draw a face? Because you have the perfect fucking beard for it.
Oh.
Do it. Just look straight up and then show everyone. Look at that. The hair would be fucking hilarious on that.
But then like.
You just put like googly eyes right here.
Choke me, daddy.
And then like fucking a face down here.
Oh. I know. I never thought of doing that.
I think it'd be great.
What'd
You
you?
could also have you like battle a scorpion in a box. Your head upside down.
I wouldn't fuck with a scorpion. That sounds like it hurts.
Yes.
That's like, have you ever seen those dudes that'll find like those murder hornets, them big ass fucking hornets, and they're just like letting it crawl on their hand? No, thank you.
It all hurt a little bit.
More than a little bit. They're called murder hornets. Or the bullet ants. The bullet ant. I think the bullet ant has one of the like worst bites of any animal, which is crazy. That like an ant produce, or not any animal, but like any insect. Body hair on women is extremely attractive. Wrong. Moving on.
I'm also not a fan of even my own body hair.
Yeah, you shave your entire body, don't you?
She has to do my legs and stuff.
Your legs. Because
my
you
blood
like,
pressure builds up a lot.
and then you're like,
yeah, in my head. So,
I do that when I stand up. I don't know if like I have low blood pressure to begin with or something, but pretty much any time I stand up from sitting, unless it's like a high seat like this, I'm just like.
I deal with that a lot.
Like
I
you're
thought
a
it was
mile
just because
long.
I was tall. But like, especially when I'm laying down and I get up, sometimes I literally almost pass out.
Oh, I do pass out. Yeah, I've done it at work a couple times now. I just fall, and then they're like,
oh, it's just McConnell.
"You
yeah.
good?" Like, I don't know. Like maybe I don't eat enough or something, but
It could be
Yeah,
blood
if
sugar.
I-
I think that's my
could be
issue.
sodium. Could be blood pressure. Could be all sorts of things.
I know me, I don't eat much when I work, and then I get home and I'm not hungry. Like it.
How do you not eat much when you work? The thing that I loved about the jail was that I never had to pay for food. I would just go there and
It's
just go to the
shitty
kitchen
food.
and be like, I want all this, and then they would like leave it on
I
a
mean,
tray.
I snack periodically throughout the day, but
What?
I never like eat the
You just
tray
seem
anymore.
yeah,
I
I
eat a
kinda-
sandwich while I'm in there.
yeah, I stopped getting trays when I became a sergeant and went to the kitchen because I would just stand at the beginning of the thing and then I'd just like sit there and pick food out of the tray as they're loading them up.
Literally what I do.
Yeah, I would just reach in and just like grab a hot dog.
Remember when I convinced her that drinking hot dog water is how I got big?
No. What if he did just drink hot dog water and he
He-
went in and he's like,
He got the
Fucking
shits,
yoked
like
now.
really bad.
that makes sense.
He tried it. I didn't know he tried it.
Oh, I convinced him that's how I did it, and he was literally saving hot dog water and drinking it. And I got a little talking to about it because I guess he had really bad diarrhea.
A
from
little
it.
talking to from who?
I think.
The joke.
I think that he was pretty bad. I think it was like a 3-day like shit spree, and they're like, "Hey,
Wait,
I love that it was so bad that he like got diarrhea in jail.
I think
which
he went
seems
up
like,
on MedPass and just like, hey, I've had like
Yeah,
uncontrollable
like,
diarrhea,'
that's
and you're like, okay,
well,
why?"
how long did he save the juice for? Did he give himself food poisoning?
Weeks.
That's his own fault.
He drank it for weeks, and I didn't know. He was literally like, I drank it right in front of me.
That's
I was
so
like, that's gross.
gross, dude. That would taste so bad. Imagine he hated the taste, right? And he starts like putting flavoring packets in hot dog water.
So
Right, like
was he a
pouring-
kitchen worker?
Yeah.
So they're just floating in. I think it's literally just water.
Yeah, well,
to
yeah,
keep
they
them
literally just fucking boil them, and then they're like,
warm. Yeah, it's like
Send it.
150 hot dogs floating in water. Once we hand out all the hot dogs, he would save the leftover water.
there's just
and drink
brown juice left over.
It was like
Ew.
creamy,
Yeah.
like cum. It literally looked like the color of cum. It was fucking gross. It was just like murky and
So-
white.
Man,
It cools down and starts to get thick.
Gelatinous. Yeah. I guess gelatinous.
That's gross.
So nasty. They believed anything you told them. I
Yeah.
could have told them that I saved a grandma from getting hit, like before coming to work, and they'd believe me.
Did we talk about that stabbing that you made up that like traveled?
oh yeah,
It went like. Dude,
it
I
went
found out-
counties.
Yeah, because the sheriffs are like, holy shit. Because they obviously were like, well, these guys probably know more than we do what's going on with this guy. But
Yeah.
the worst inmate I ever had.
Yeah, we had this inmate, and he was like, I can't tell if he was psychotic or if he was really good at acting. Yeah. He was so bad. He's the only inmate I ever saw that was so bad that our warden was like, get him the fuck out of here.
Well, our own dad freaked out on him.
Yeah. Yeah, the world's calmest man.
He's literally the whisperer of the jail. Like, he could get anyone to be okay with him. Anyone.
Yeah.
And this guy sent him over the edge.
Yeah, remember when you pushed him because he tried to
And
walk?
he, like, flew.
He like flew and smacked his back against
And
the
then I broke
bunk,
his
and he was
arm.
like, "Oh my wings!"
Yeah.
You broke my wings.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, he came after McConnell as he was carrying his, like, shit-covered whatever he
Yeah.
stuffed in the toilet, and then he ran at him.
Yeah.
There, too, and I stepped, like, 2 yards back, and I pushed him, and he goes...
Yeah, he went flying across an 8-foot cell and like banged his back off of the top bunk. He's like, "Oh, my wings!"
I remember watching the video. It was funny because you couldn't see Tibbs. All you could see was the inmate stepped out of frame and then he just went flying.
He literally stepped in the doorway. I wasn't gonna do anything unless he stepped in the doorway to come at you guys, and he just flew.
And I don't even think
he was
like,
bruised
put,
as shit.
I don't think you put much effort into it. It was just.
I was like, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. Oh shit!
Killed him.
He was telling me about how he was Jesus.
Yeah.
Like he was the second coming of Jesus, and then he would just randomly see people. I remember he saw your sister come in once, and he was like, "That's my wife."
I was Angelo.
I was his brother.
I was Michael.
Yeah, to explain to the inmates what happened to him, because one night he tried to himself and put him in the hall, and he was screaming, "Hail fire!" for like 7 hours straight.
Yeah.
Literally just 7 hours straight, just like that.
Just screaming
over
hellfire.
and over and over. And the work release inmates were pissed.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So we got him out of there. He went to some other jail, and they asked what happened to him. I said he got stabbed in county. And that was it. They were like, "Damn, that didn't take long."
And then it spread so far that, like, and people believed it because I remember one of the now came in and she's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that on the news." It's like,
Oh,
did
yeah.
you really?
I remember that. I couldn't believe how many people believed that, because the next day the training sergeant came and he was like, "Did you guys hear about this?" And I was like, McConnell? And I was like, "Yeah, I made it up yesterday at 3 p.m. And he's like, "Are you being fucking serious?" Because he had described to us that everyone was like, "Yeah, I saw it on the news, saw it in the newspaper. I have a friend that works at that jail that saw him get stabbed."
The worst people to start a rumor with would be the work release inmates, because then they go on to work and they're like, "Let me tell you about this guy that got killed."
But, that ended up getting to the sheriff's department who did all the transports, and they were like, probably giving everyone the benefit of the doubt because they don't work in there. They're probably like, "Well, shit, that guy was crazy. He probably did get stabbed." So that went across jails, and it was
That
crazy.
was like halfway across the state. People were hearing about that, like in Center County,
Yeah, I know.
because went there to work like medical stuff in County, and she said people were talking about it.
I had people at the sheriff's academy say something about it.
Years later.
Yes. There was guys that worked for, and they were like, "So you work at the jail?" "Yeah." "Did he really get stabbed?" Like, no. And then I had to explain it to them that I had made that up, and they're like,
He's still alive.
"I know, he's just like chilling like somewhere."
Yeah.
Oh.
He is straight up crazy, because
Okay.
like I remember treated him like garbage because that's kind of how he was. But it's when you were an asshole, so he's like, "That guy's the devil." I'm like, "Is he really?" He's like, "Yeah, we should kill him." I'm like,
You guys remember when I brought in that really strong smelling salts from like Zone smelling
Yeah,
salts?
I
they
do
were,
remember
I
that.
put that in someone's face and they go, "What is that?"
Do you have smelling salt for us to try?
Fuck. Probably. I should have brought some.
Yeah, because
don't have 'em in your car?
I don't think so. I have Atomic Rhino at the gym, and I have Cerberus, and I have Cerberus Sub-Zero, and
You've got cat hair all over you and it's
I want
pollen.
to try it, even though I know it's gonna hurt.
it hurts bad.
It does. It hurts.
It hurts.
It's
so
awful.
It's an adrenaline stimulant, though, so you'd be a fucking weight. If you have a stuffy nose, it'll clear that
Have
right
you ever
off,
seen?
too.
Do you know?
Imagine having that on your fucking nightstand to wake up every morning.
I should do
Oh,
that.
that
That's
would
a
be
good
the
idea.
that would be the worst way to wake up, dude. That would be
Yeah,
so bad.
He opened it and it hit me from across the room.
Yeah.
I like when you
awful.
can smell it on the like metal container. Like when you first open it up out of the plastic seal and it just hits you and you're like, you smell it on the outside of the actual.
Do you know who Theo Vaughn is?
No.
Oh my god, I love him.
Okay, so he was on Joe Rogan's podcast and they did smelling salts. And Theo Vaughn is a comedian and he used to have a coke problem, right? So he sniffs it. He's like, "Oh." Like, he just kept going back for more. Like every few minutes he'd be like, "Where's that shit at, dude?"
That reminds me of my buddy. I had this pre-workout from Insane Labs. I can't remember what it was, but my buddy, he used to like a lot of cocaine. He probably still does. He says he used to though, and I gave him some of that pre-workout, and he goes, after about an hour, he's like, "Dude, that shit shouldn't be legal. That shit's crazy."
It's like the meth that Edwards did.
Oh, Jack 3D. Yeah, that shit was nuts back in the day. I also remember when we used to just buy pro hormones from like GNC.
Where we used to get the Jack 3D.
Yeah, dude,
we just went to the mall and bought meth.
You'd get something called like some weird name like A-bomb, and then you'd find out like 4 years later that it was actually Anadrol, and you're like, oh.
Did you ever get one of those? You work with, correct?
Yeah.
You ever get a caffeine pill from her? She used to get them from fucking GNC. They used to come in like a grenade bottle.
I never
She
got
would
them.
always have
I
them.
never got them from her, but I watched take one from her and almost die.
Is that when she like vomited like really
Like
bad?
her fate, like her whole body went red, and she was just like sweating and shit. And she's like, "I gotta go," and we're like,
She
"Yeah,
used to hand those out like they were candy.
What was
She
it, like,
"You
Thermogenics?"
tired? I got some.
yeah."
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, like took one of them and was like dying.
Who was bringing that?
Her name, I think she was gone when you started.
She bought it from GNC, but it came in a bottle. It was literally a hand grenade that you screwed the top off of.
That's what my smelling salts were. A similar container to that, metal. Yeah. With a pull pin at the top.
That's pretty cool that you
It-
pull
it-
the pin
it
to
was
smell
cool.
it. That's pretty cool. I like that. Man, imagine if you made an actual grenade with smelling salts in it, and you just like pop the spoon, fucking fills the
Everybody
room with
starts
smelling
choking.
salts.
Just ammonia everywhere.
Yeah, everybody just like. "Ah!"
They knock themselves out just running into walls. I'm curious what would happen because you can't get away from it. Would you like asphyxiate? Been like
Death.
burning my esophagus and lungs.
You have like no nasal septum left or whatever.
It would explain why I feel like my reaction time has slowed down a lot over the years.
Yeah, like, that would be like.
It's like hard to think unless I'm actively thinking. Like, for example, when I went to the academy the first week I was there, I was like in a fog. I was like, when did I become an idiot? Because school used to no, seriously, school used to be really easy for me. I'd have a pretty high GPA, straight A's most of the time. It was pretty easy. And then I was at school in Penn State, and I was like, man, dude, why can't I remember anything?
Yeah.
Hey, the next week, because I had been like actively going to school basically and actively paying attention and learning, it was just like back to normal. It was like muscle memory. I could remember anything they told me, and I was like, this is kind of nice. I could think for once.
I did that recently with like geometry because I was doing something at work, and I was like, there was like a triangle, and it was a whole thing that like I needed to use
The Pythagorean theorem.
Pythagorean theorem, and like I'm like, I know that I learned this at some point.
A
I
squared
know
plus B
that I
squared equals C
fucking
squared.
did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I was like going through my brain, and I'm like, oh, there it is.
That's the one. The one that I've learned since 6th grade.
Yeah. No, I tried to do something else that I did with. I don't think it was algebra. It might have been algebra, but I was like, I have no fucking
Something
idea.
I'm still good with is the order of operations. You ever see those like questions people post
Yeah.
on Facebook? It's like only right answer. I always nail it.
Oh, the one where it's like you have to do the things in the parentheses first, and then yeah.
PEMDAS.
PEMDAS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still am pretty good at math because I actively do it like daily for percentages for like working out and stuff. So that is something that is pretty easy, but like thinking and remembering things is pretty hard for me lately.
I love how you're just like, when did I become an idiot?
Seriously, I was like, dude, I'm gonna fail. Like, I was like, I'm an idiot now. Like, I've just accepted it,
Like,
and then I became a traffic nerd.
Did you
and-
do like a fucking like a math class in the sheriff's academy?
Yeah, you have to calculate like
What the
the width
fuck?
of someone's tire, the weight of their car, and then the
How-
length of their
Tire tracks.
the tire track to see how far they've gone, for
See how
accident reports and things like that.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
You can
calculates
calculate
how fast they were
going.
going.
No, even when I went to trade school, I went for electrical. And we had to take an algebra class, and I was only a year out of high school, and I still struggled with it.
The heck aren't you doing that now? There's like no electricians out there hardly. You can make a lot of money doing that.
I dropped out because I got my girlfriend pregnant.
Ah, yes.
Been there.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
There's a point where like would come pick him up and she would bring her with her. She would just like come over to me and just be like, "Where's my fucking money at, bitch?" Because like every time I
You'd
saw
give
her,
her, like, $1
I
or
give her like $1. I think one time me and because I gave her $1. And he gave her $2. I'm like, bitch. So I gave her $3, and then she looked back at him, and he's like, $5. We just kept going back and forth. I think we almost gave her like $20 between the two of us. She was like
she
3.
blew it on the claw machines. God, she needs to get better at the claw machines.
You should have invested in your future.
Hey, Edwards, I saw this thing online, and I was like, that's a great idea for all my friends that have kids and all my family members. So I figured I'd tell you, but what they do is they have a savings account for their kid, and every time Christmas, birthday, whatever, they take half their money that family members or you give them, put it in that savings account, and then by the time they're 18, they have like a nice down payment on a car or something.
The one guy I work with does that. He has 2 daughters, and every pay he just puts in $50 each in their bank accounts, and they're like 6 or 7, and I think they have like $2,500 in there.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy too.
Yeah, so like
with
when
the
they turn
interest.
18, if he just keeps putting $50 in there every pay, every 2 weeks, like they'll have fucking good amount of money for a car or something like you said. Yeah, I don't have kids, so
I have fur babies.
Hi.
I prefer. So I don't like kids all that much. Like I like other people's kids to a point
Until they start crying.
Until they start crying, and then I'm like, shut the fuck up.
How
Then you
stressful
can
is
be
it
like,
for you?
take your kid back.
Well, okay, so like around Christmas time though, when you're around like 2-year-old kids, right? And then they're like all Christmased out because they've had like 4 Christmases at this point. They're like, this shit is boring. Quit giving me clothes. And then they're just like, and all tired and shit. I'm good. Like their parents are just like, come on, just open these last couple. And I'm like,
Podcast.
what is up with you two farting so much?
You know, we honestly should do that the whole podcast for fart compilations.
What
Just
was
pin it to
that
our back
for?
pocket.
That would be all you hear.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Mama would
point.
Have an interesting thought, and it's just.
The thing is, it's a great idea because we've had, like I said, I've had people message me asking for fart compilations. Like just having a recording on your phone of our back pocket sounds.
Do you think that has to do with you being such a little sexy boy that they're like, I
That point
want to
cheeks.
know what that booty do?
I mean, I feel like some people just kind of analyze the texture of your fart.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah, because if you hear one that's like kind of slow, it's not like that tight, like, it's like a. You know that they've got fucking fatties back there.
You know something I've always wanted to do? Slow motion camera fart.
I have a,
Do your cheeks slap? Like you know that.
I guarantee somebody's
I do
done
have
that.
a story. I do have a story for you guys. When I was at the academy, we would fit 6 people into a patrol car, which only has seats for 5, so someone would sit in the trunk. Well, one morning we were going to school, super fucking cold. So I'm sitting in the back there, all fucking balled up, with my knees up like this, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I gotta fart. So I fart, and I look, you know how when you breathe that it has the puff of air?
Yeah.
It fucking did that shit. And I laughed so hard because it was just a perfect and no one understood why, because I couldn't explain it to them because I was laughing so hard. But I was so happy that happened. I wish I'd recorded it.
There's still time. It's cold outside.
Yeah, I could. Next time we fart, we can just sit outside and just wait.
So I googled slow motion fart, right? And it took me to Reddit, obviously. And this guy says, Mythbuster style, I'd love to see vibrations rippling out from a central point, or rather a hole. Well, the first comment is just, you're a weird dude. Great idea. After this, we can move to queefing. Oh, it's a girl that asked this.
Oh.
No way.
Oh, man.
That's too good.
I remember, was it Mythbusters that did like the thermal fart?
Oh, I don't know.
Where they got like a thermal camera and they farted and you see like the red like come out of their ass?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. It was like a cone of just like
Yeah.
fog. And
Yeah.
it just went, and then it was gone.
Do you know why farts stink? Because there's poop particles.
Yeah. And that's why I always said fucking masks don't work. Because you're expecting a virus, a microscopic fucking living organism, to not go through a mask when my fart will go through my underwear, my fucking pants, and your mask, and you'll still smell it? Bullshit.
Flag for misinformation.
Man, but like, I always wondered why you could fart but not poop and still get skid marks, and that's why. Because if you combine a bunch of farts over and over and over, you're gonna get some brownage.
Sorry, I really have to pee.
Who can get hard before Heather comes out first? Edward's just
Already
like, I'm
hard.
out.
You just toot again? Oh.
Man, we should have a race to see who can get hard the fastest. Okay, but no touching. Just strictly
to prove?
thoughts. Strictly thoughts.
I'm so desensitized. It's gonna take a while.
Me too, because I'm already always thinking about that. So it's like, man, I need some stimulation.
When I poop, I'll often scroll Reddit and be like, nice.
Have you ever jerked off while a turd is coming out and you're like, ah!
What? No. That means you like things going in and out of your butt.
Oh, you like a finger in your butt?
Yeah. I don't like it moving around, and then it's weird.
That's how you get all the pleasure out of it.
No.
Is like they're supposed to like hook and diddle
I
that
just want
prostate.
the fucking pressure.
There is people that like right under your balls in the taint sort of area.
That's just weird.
You just push on that. They say it gives you kind of the same sensation.
I'm going to use the penguin.
I think.
Because
Is
it's
that what the
old.
25% means?
I don't know. I thought sangria was a type of wine.
What the hell is on there?
I guess it would be in the ingredients. Okay, guys.
I don't think it's in here.
I don't read Japanese.
I do.
Oh, you do? Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say that's super cool. I tried to learn Russian. It
supposed
did
to
not
shake
go
it?
well.
I don't fucking know. I don't even know what it is.
Milk tea. Bye.